Hello, hello, friends and family. Happy Sunday. This is Sharon Herbert, the Power RN, coming to you live from Power in Nursing Innovations. And of course, welcoming you to join us at PowerTime every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are in Maryland. So today we're going to make it a quickie. Okay, I know. You'll probably say, oh, I don't think she's ever done that before. But I'm going to give it a whirl today. Welcome to a new season. This is now fall. The season is fall. And welcoming you to fall as a new season. The summer is finally coming to a close. Maybe sort of. We have to see what each day brings, one at a time. So take time to take stock in yourself. What are your plans for the future? That means for you personally and for you professionally. Things to think about, because if you are anything like me and you've been a registered nurse for a really good long time, you might be thinking about transitioning to a new place and space in your career, or even closing in on retirement. So there are still things to think about, and making a plan is one of the first things you must do. So consider at least thinking about what you will do in the future, because the future is still coming. It is still coming your way. And if you don't make a decision on what to do and when to do it and how to do it, somewhere someone's going to make that decision for you. So give yourself a hand and don't make it so hard on yourself that you have no idea until the day comes right up to you. So just knowing there are career counselors, there are mentors, coaches, and even some of your supervisors or colleagues that you know already have retired, and they might help you with getting the information to make those decisions. So good luck with that. And knowing that people are available for aiding you is probably one of the number one things that should resonate with you. Write it down. Put it on a sticker. Stick the sticker on your mirror or on your board and said, retirement is coming. Question. What shall I do? And just follow that. Follow that. And make sure that you don't have it be surprising to you, because there are a number of things that you need to take care of along the way to retirement. Then there are your colleagues that are still active and still have a good ways to go. And that doesn't mean that they will stay forever. And it doesn't mean that they're jumping ship tomorrow. So work to consider, you all that aren't quite at the retirement age, work to consider where you are today, personally and professionally. Are those two areas meshing? And or is there a crisis brewing? Because lots of leftover challenges exist still from the COVID pandemic. And by the way, remember that COVID is not over. Yes, the CDC and many other high-ranking organizations said, well, COVID's over. Well, the pandemic may be over, but COVID variants still exist. And where I am here in the District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia, we call that the DMV, hospitals are filling up with patients that are positive for COVID. Now, COVID isn't such a horribly toxic event today, but it is still causing folks to have difficulties breathing, infections. Long COVID still exists, and there are folks who are still struggling to right themselves from their experience with the COVID pandemic. Even though those 3 years are over, they're still suffering from some effects of COVID. So, having said that, to you, my friends and family, make sure that you understand there are still people that need care and service. Not just COVID patients, but other patients in the community that are sick. They are still having heart attacks, strokes. They are still having diabetic crises, flu, RSV. Those things are still here. So your service is still necessary. Let's say this to you. Don't make a drastic change in your career without consideration of where you are, where the community that you serve is, and what next steps can be a benefit for you, your health organization, and or your community. If there are no nurses that are serving in these organizations, the patients will suffer. You won't have best outcomes for the patients or for the providers, because those patients get to perform a survey, and those numbers of satisfaction for the patients and for the service the hospital has provided really are important to the continuity of care for that community. If the hospital doesn't perform well and they are closed, what happens to the folks in the community? So that's just a reminder for you. Now remember the love that you had for nursing when you first started. Let's be bubbly and bright and get that love back. We still have it. Many of us still have it. And even if you've decided that, well, you still love the care that you give, but maybe you've had some of your own challenges, whether it's physically with walking, climbing stairs, or so many other challenges that would require you to be on the lookout every time you have to take a step. Let's find out that yes, there are things that you can do. Could you open your own organization that can help serve folks in your community who have diabetes or who aren't really well connected with a primary care provider? Can we do workshops for folks with hypertension in the communities? There's so much that nurses can do. Whether you call it a side hustle or you open your own business, those things we can do. So let's talk about that. And if you have questions or you thought about, I don't really want to work on the med-surg floor walking so much, but I love diabetic teaching and education, whether it's for your staff or for your clients. We can do almost anything. Remember that as well. So there is always a need for care and service for nurses in the community as well as the organization. You have new grads. New grads need mentors and preceptors. There's so much that we can do. What would you consider in this new season? Your new group of students is starting at whatever school of nursing that they've chosen, and that's now September. And in winter, December, there will be grads from schools of nursing who are getting ready to sit for their NCLEX exam for licensure so that they can get a job to care and serve. Be ready for them. Be ready to help them be successful. Just simply successful. Be their right hand and help them to get along the way to success. Now, do you have questions about that? What is your thought and plan for yourself and for your career in this fall season? We've got to get ready for the future. We have to prepare, plan, and practice these 3 steps to your next season. It's coming really fast. Right now, the 3 P's. Prepare, plan, and practice. Or you can say prepare, plan, and walk through the promise that you made to yourself about where you would be, what you would do at this time in your career. Remember, coaches, mentors, and colleagues can help you. It's time still to collaborate. We do things together to get it right. And we know that the nursing care plan helps us along that way. It's the template for taking the steps to getting it right. And if we don't quite get it right, we start all over and we do it again until we get it right. And that's the same message you will share with your new grads and those new nurses that come to join you in your organization. So let's get that going. Prepare, plan, practice, and or promise will get you started on the road to success for your colleagues and success for yourself if you decide to go back to school or you decide to get a certification, you decide to open your own med spa or hydration setup, do what you will. Make sure that you prepare, plan, and practice for success. Love you all. Keep in touch because we're still here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, TikTok. We can help you. If you're ready to start your own business, we can help you. I've helped so many people start their own home health care businesses here in the DMV. And no, Life isn't easy, but it is rewarding and worthwhile. You make great connections with your colleagues, with your staff, and with offices, whether it's public health, community health, doctors' offices, hospital case managers. You work together to make each day a better day for the organizations and for the clients in your community. Give me a call. We're setting up some new posts to let you know what we're doing. You saw that we were taking flight with Nursing in Color, and that will also lead us to sharing information about how to open your own home health care business. We've got lots of options for you. Let's do these things together. Have a great, great day. And of course, questions and replies are always welcome. You can reach us here. The Power RN is here at PowerTime. God bless you. Be well. And we owe it to ourselves to make each day a happy day for each provider and for each customer or client that we serve. So do it in excellence. Do it in power.